Greetings and welcome to the Halloween edition of the Sliders Review. And I'm here today to talk to you about A Pup Named Scooby-Doo Season 1 Episode Ghost Who Comes Over for Dinner, or something like that, or Coming to Dinner. Which is weird because they never have dinner, but hey, whatever. I've never talked about a pup named Scooby-Doo. One day I am, because I love a pup named Scooby-Doo. It's like probably my second or third all-time favorite Scooby-Doo. I love the original Scooby-Doo. I love Scooby and Scrappy, whatever that's called. And then I love a pup named Scooby-Doo. But a pup named Scooby-Doo was completely different. It came out in the 90s. It was around that time where a lot of Hanna-Barbera, older cartoons were getting like the kid treatment. And so it was very 90s and very cheesy. They elaborated on the personalities of the Scooby Gang a lot more than what they ever did in the older stuff. It's insane. Like, Daphne's rich and snooty. Fred is like stupid. Thelma is like really smart and an inventor. And Shaggy and Scooby are still the same, love to eat and cowards, but it's more emphasis on Scooby snacks, and they love like comics and superheroes and video games and stuff like that. And so of course it's trick or treat time, and so the gang's all out. Let's see, Thelma's a computer. Daphne's a princess, of course. Fred is an astronaut. And Scooby and Shaggy originally were Bo Peep and the Sheep, but then they later became superheroes because they kept going to the same house 10 times, dressed as different like characters, getting more candy. And that is the goal for them tonight, to get as much candy as possible. But then they pass a house. The Johnson's house, and Shaggy and Scooby are terrified of that house. And so, like, because there's a ghost supposedly in there. Now, the monster people who be in like a pup named Scooby-Doo, some costumes are cool, other ones are stupid, like the cheese monster or the hair monster. But some are actually really cool. And of course, they're always humans because that's the whole thing with Scooby-Doo. But this time it involves like a ghost, and it's actually been like 3 ghostly things in this entire series, so that was kind of weird, breaking the continuity and everything. I don't like none of the newer Scooby-Doo stuff. This was the last one I've ever liked. All those newer cartoons I just can't get into. But anyway, they talk to the Johnsons, and Johnson's talking about how there's a ghost in the attic, but he's very friendly, and they're being forced to sell their home because people want to buy it and stuff like that. But lately, the ghost has turned evil. The ghost is like a pirate ghost and everything, and he's doing his best to try to scare the kids, which works, by the way. And so they're all like, the best thing for them to do is to sell the home, destroy it, and the ghost will leave. And so they meet the ghost and everything, but he's a friendly ghost. And it's weird because he doesn't look like the pirate ghost. He's a completely different ghost. So he's like a little tiny. He has like a hat and a red nose, but he's very kind and sweethearted. And he wants to hire the Mystery Inc. game and everything. Gang. I say game. Gang. And everything. So they have to figure out, why this pirate ghost is like, doing what he's doing. Well, the pirate ghost comes out. He's floating in the air, spooky stuff. And then he drops some gum. Thelma says Jinkies. That's her thing. Basically, if you ever hear Thelma in this cartoon say Jinkies, she's found the clue. And she's found gum. So, of course, why would a ghost need gum? So, anyways, the ghost is like chasing them around. Every time they do, it's a montage of music and all this other stuff. Fred, of course, assumes that the ghost could be red herring. He always assumes it's red herring, or it's aliens or something like that. Like I said, he is dumb. But anyways, they have to like go back into the house and do some more stuff. And of course, Scooby doesn't want to do it, so Thelma has to bribe him with like a super large Scooby snack. And so when I say this is different from most things, basically if they're scared, like their eyes will bug out, their bodies will like break apart from each other, their heads will pop off, and the bodies will run. They have to go back get the head. It's very 90s. So anyway, they meet like the janitor dude who, not janitor, but like the dude who keeps the yard clean and stuff. And he's sad, doesn't want the house to get like sold and nothing like that. Then we see two people, a very, very obese man and a large set woman, and they want to buy the home and turn it into restaurants, two different kind of restaurants. So they both want to bid for it. And so like, Daphne makes them leave, and then the janitor dude's like all sad and depressed and stuff like that. Well, anyway, they find some more clues. The dude, the obese dude, he runs like some type of grease and fried place, and we see crumbles of his food like all around the place. So they assume first it might be him. Anyway, as the dude who keeps the yard clean is about to leave, he packed up his stuff and leave, and the owners all kind of like, why don't you buy the place and everything? Well, when they were snooping around, they found some blueprints for a very, 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 very tall skyscraper, and that's not a restaurant. Thelma is starting to get her jinkies on and everything, and she's starting to figure out this clue because she's the one who figures out everything and sets up a trap. And so, like, they set up their trap. Um, the ghost shows back up, chases them around, and then they say, oh, ghosts are scared by madness. So one of the clues they found was a metal chain that was spray painted. And of course, a ghost won't need no spray paint. So why do they have to spray paint the chain? Anyway, they use a giant magnet. The magnet latches onto the chains. It traps the ghost. They take the mask off, and it's the dude who like keeps the yard clean. He wanted to tear down the house to build this giant skyscraper and make millions on whatever business he wanted and stuff. And of course, he does the catchphrase of I would have got away with it too if it wasn't for you mesky kids and a pup named Scooby-Doo and everything. And so like, the Johnsons are now going to keep the house. The nice ghost gets to still live there and everything. And the case has been solved. And like I said before, it's just cheesy, corny, kiddie cartoon. But boy, I love it. It is hilarious and stuff. But, the OG cartoon is still amazing as well. I swear, one day I have to talk about this series. It lasted for 4 seasons. First season was 13. The rest were like 8. You can get it on DVD. I have it on DVD. Although they put one episode on there twice, and I think they're missing one, which is quite a bummer. That wasn't that spooky. Alright, well, I shall talk to y'all later. Bye.